I've always consoled myself that I'm not a huge social media star because I'm 31 and I'm too old, but you and I are the same age, so...
No, we're not, of course not. I'm 14, I just got my driver's license, I'm actually 16, I keep changing the age.
You look like you could be 16, so I will give you that, but what did I do wrong that you did right?
I mean, I think it goes back to my childhood. I've always been so interested in technology and the internet and kind of like this innovation. And I knew that I was gonna do something different because I couldn't really ever figure out what I wanted to do, and I never had that set thing. So when the internet came out, and I think I was in like 6th grade, it just blew my mind because I grew up in the middle of nowhere and I was now able to connect with anyone, no matter where they were.
And then you have this moment where you just blow up. When you made that first video, did you know that that was going to become a sensation?
No, because I mean, I had been making videos and creating content prior to sort of the one big video that sort of made my realization, okay, there's something to this internet thing, and it also validated to my friends and family that, okay, maybe Justine might be crazy, but at least there is something to this, because I was always creating this content and posting it to the internet, and people were like, this is so strange, why are you doing this? And this was so early. I mean, this was like 2005, 2006, when I started doing sort of the video type stuff. So it's just weird how it all kind of has created what it is today.
Yeah, I mean, and in many ways, you're an artist. So how, as an artist, do you avoid becoming a one-hit wonder?
I think consistency and sort of keeping yourself entertained, because I get very distracted very easily. So I feel like now that's how people are. So for me, that's kind of helped me to keep myself, you know, entertained in my content and keep other people also entertained, because they're never really sure what they're gonna get when they go to my channel. It could be cooking, it could be tech, it could be explosions. I mean, it's honestly anything, and I don't know, I think that's sort of the mindset of people today.
In this incredible digital age, you have now done the most analog thing possible. You have written a book.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, which we joked about the title being an analog memoir, and I was like, well, that's perfect, because it is essentially just that. Although there is like an audiobook version, so it's a little digital, and there's an ebook version, but it just kind of takes it all and puts it back together.
So what was the impetus for writing the book?
I mean, I've always wanted to write a book, and I was like, yeah, that'd be really fun. Like, one day I'll save that story for the book, save that story. And it's funny just kind of going back and, you know, even reading it and rereading it, and the whole writing process of trying to take my tweets and figure out what I was actually doing at that time. Because a lot of times we'll tweet something and that's not the truth. Like, I know I've definitely tweeted, having a really great day today, and it was pretty much the worst day ever. So you can't tell in that text what, you know, that sort of scenario is. It was kind of fun to sort of tell those stories and just sort of follow the progress of social media, because there's so many things that had happened, and I mean, I was so early on like Twitter and Instagram, and to be able to watch those grow. I mean, I didn't do this because I wanted to like even do anything. I don't know, I was just doing it because I was like a creative outlet, and it all sort of just happened. So it sort of tells that story and just shows sort of my surprise of everything that was happening along the way, because it really is, I mean, I'm still in shock right now that I'm sitting here. Like, this is crazy to me.
Really?
It's so crazy, yeah. I mean, and even, I don't know, when people say hi on the street, I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, that's like my friend. You know me from the internet. And sometimes I just have to stop and think how kind of surreal it really is. I don't know.
The cover of the book is awesome.
Thank you.
It's an homage to Steve Jobs. Yes. Why did you make that decision?
I mean, he's been, not just necessarily Steve, but like all of Apple. That has been such a huge inspiration for me. And even Steve, you know, telling people to think differently has stuck with me ever since I was very, very young. I was doing book reports on Steve Jobs in like 6th grade, and all my peers and friends were like, this is weird, we don't know who this is, we don't know what a Mac computer is. So it's just always been sort of something that, I don't know, I've always really loved. And I'm sure Steve would probably, I'm not sure if he'd be excited about it or not, but it's okay.
You definitely rock his uniform a little bit differently than he does.
A little bit different, you know, the fashionable flats and the high-waisted acid wash jeans.
If you could sit down with Steve Jobs, what would you ask him?
Oh my gosh, I've thought about this so much, and I have no idea. I don't think I would have anything to say to him. There was a chance that I would have had a small opportunity at Apple, and this is a story I told in the book too, and like he was like sitting across from me, and I did stop breathing. I've never had that sense of like being completely starstruck before, but it was like this person who has influenced my entire life is sitting across the table from me, and we made eye contact, and he ran away. He packed up his lunch and just bolted off the other direction. I was like, oh, okay.
With the book, what do you want your readers to take away?
Yeah, I guess I just want people to leave feeling like inspired, you know? I mean, I came from the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't know, my mom's a gym teacher, my dad was a coal miner, and they always were very supportive of like my weird hopes and dreams. It's like I never went to prom. I went to a LAN party, which is where people play video games, and we brought computers to one of our friends' houses. And I think my parents were always concerned like what I was going to do, and I've never had a set goal of anything that I wanted to do. I've just kind of followed this path of having fun and being nice to people and just doing things that I really enjoyed. And I don't know, I just want people to be inspired that if they have this idea of something they want to do, it's possible. And if it's not possible, then I don't think you wanted to do it bad enough. So, I don't know. I just hope people like it.